It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 Dick, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Hey, I'm Inman, Contra Costa Times. Jeff, can you talk about how maybe your familiarity with this course helped you compensate and stay in contention, and how many more trips do you think you have in you to come here?
More trips? Shit, I'll be coming here for a long time. I love this place. Shoot, I look forward to being up in the chalet area and watching the race one day. I think I'll come out here when we're not racing one day. But you know what? I mean, it doesn't matter how familiar you are with the course. I mean, I go about it the same way. You know, every year I want to stay on course. I want to make as few mistakes as possible and work on the car to make it go fast. And that's what we did this year. I thought we were going to be better than we were. Maybe it was because we weren't in the clean air. I don't know. But you know, we you know, I mean, the track is a tough track. You can't overdrive this track, and you know, this is a year that we missed it at the start of the race. But I think because maybe the familiarity, you know, I kind of didn't know what we needed, and you know, Steve made some good adjustments, and we got it back. We just were not tight enough on the long runs, so we, you know, we needed to be able to get to the long into those green flag runs, because we were just fading, and you know, luckily we had some long green flags to get it back.
Hi guys, Tom Zaleski, the Spectrum of St. George, Utah. David, talk me through that final restart. How much of it were you worrying about catching Kyle as opposed to dealing with Jeff?
I was, you know, obviously I wanted to catch Kyle, but once I got up to turn 4, I quit worrying about that and just, you know, basically focused on just keeping my car on the racetrack. And, you know, we went through there once, and I thought, well, you know, the next lap is probably going to be better because there's 40 cars going through there. And the last lap, it was every bit as slippery as the first lap going through there. So, you know, it was everything I could do to keep my car on the racetrack at that point. And, you know, Kyle was sliding around, I was, Jeff was. So, you know, it was a handful. You know, obviously the restart before that, like Jeff said, I got a good run on Kyle and was able to apply a little bit of pressure to him. And, you know, just hoping he'd make a mistake, because that's the toughest thing about this racetrack that I've learned. And my dad told me it when the first time I raced here, is race the racetrack, you know. And the minute, and you can see it out in the races, or out on the track, you'll catch someone and just apply a little pressure, and then they'll start locking up the brake here, locking it up there, and then overdriving it here, and then all of a sudden, pretty soon, they've got 2 wheels off the racetrack. So, you know, you just got to race the racetrack. And after I went through, you know, turn 3 and 4 up there, I just basically focused on that and trying to keep Jeff behind me.
J.P. Hornstra, San Bernardino Sun. David, talk about you guys' strategy today, how you think it worked out, and did you think you were close to running out of fuel at the end?
No, we were. Our strategy was pretty good. We've done a lot of road course testing, you know, to try and get our fuel mileage the best we can, and you know, the cautions fell right for us today too. You know, it put us in a position to be able to run in the top 6 or 7 there, and we were able to stay up there. Our car was good enough to stay up there, which is good. So I think for the last, you know, probably 80% of the race we were up there. So it's good. You know, when you're back in the back, there's a lot more stuff that happens, and you take more chances coming up through there. So our fuel mileage was good. You know, I was conserving fuel up until we had those last couple cautions, and my crew chief, Coley, just said, go ahead and go. Give it all you got.
We only have time for a couple more questions. We'll go to Lewis, Jim, and up here.
Frank, ESPN. Have either of you ever seen an incident like the one with Harvick, McMurray, and Stewart? You know, people
seen it every time I've come to Sonoma. Usually it happens in turn 11, though, and it did happen there too. Yeah, you know, I didn't get a real good view of it. You know, I just saw where Tony got a run on the 26, and then looked like Kevin started applying some pressure. He got off of turn 4 really good, and
That's where he passed me.
Oh, he got by. Okay, and he dove in there, and he was going in there hot. And I don't know if he just got too low or what, but I just saw the back end start to come around. So I'm guessing he probably got in there hot, then he downshifted trying to make the turn, and there was just, he wasn't going to make it. But I know that when they started, he hit, you know, one of them or two of them, they started spinning. and I came around right on the inside, and then the 20 spinning too. I was like, how did he get involved in it? I didn't think he was anywhere near it, and like I said, the 01 was in front of me, and he didn't even spin out, and he got into the whole thing. So, I mean, I haven't seen one quite like that, but I've seen incidences similar to that many times.
Yeah, it was tough. Personally, I had to, as the run went on and you burnt the fuel off, my rear brakes kept wanting to wheel hop a little bit. So as the run went on, I had to keep adjusting my brake bias to the front a little bit. But, I mean, it can happen. Every lap, you're on the edge right there, you know, keeping your brake balance the best you can, close you can, so you can stop the best. But, you know, that's something that helped me is adjusting my brake bias. So, I mean, I wheel hopped there, you know, probably 4 times today, and luckily I was on the inside of somebody or whatever to cause an accident.
Jim Peltz, the LA Times. Dave, not to take anything away from a strong run today, but these are friendly confines for you. Do you feel like you're making steady progress toward being competitive, really competitive, at the bread and butter tracks?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why we go to the racetrack each week. You know, I mean, we're working hard at it. It's not easy, I'll tell you that. It's a challenge each and every week, but definitely, I mean, you know, I feel like we've definitely made an improvement on the mile-and-a-half stuff. Our short track stuff has been, you know, much better than it was last year. Richmond, we had our best car we had, and we're running the top 10 and gotten involved in an accident. So, you know, we've had a little bit of bad luck, but definitely I feel like our performance has improved, you know, 90% from what it was last year. Our cars are much better, and, you know, it's, you know, you talk to people and they say, you know, you're just learning experience, but you really don't learn anything driving a car that really shouldn't even be on the racetrack. So I'm having to relearn a lot of things this year and running up in the front with guys like Jeff Gordon, and you know, you got to earn that respect, and that goes a long ways. So it's just a steady process that we're chipping away at.
Jeff, can you talk about, you mentioned it, I guess it's been a disappointing season for you, but you moved up 3 spots today, and you're still in sixth place in points, so just talk about that a little bit.
Well, I keep trying to separate, you know, the frustration and the up and down, because as a team, we're performing unbelievable. You know, and to me, when, you know, I really do treat it as 2 different things. There's trying to make the race car, and this is the part of the team, you know, but trying to make the cars go fast. And then there's, you know, the effort that the team puts in when the race begins of fighting through every, you know, hurdle that comes your way, and dealing with adjustments in pit strategy, and working together as a team to get the best finish. And in that sense, I think we're one of the best out there. But it is very frustrating that our cars, you know, were so good last year, and this year, you know, we're just not you know, where we need to be. And yeah, it's frustrating. You know, I mean, I know that Hendrick Motorsports has the resources. You know, I still feel like I have, you know, what it takes, and I know my team does. And you know, it's been frustrating at times, because when you don't have the cars running the way you want them to, you know, everybody starts to lose their confidence. You know, the team does, you do, and it only takes, you know, a few little things to click, and all of a sudden you're right back there, and that's what we constantly have to remind ourselves. That's why we're working hard. That's why we're testing. It's not fun. It's not what I want to do. It's not what the team wants to do, but it's necessary. It's what we have to do to stay competitive. We're very happy to be where we are in the points. Feel pretty blessed, really, to be honest with you, to be where we are in the points, because I can't necessarily say that it's been from being awesome fast. It's been, you know, just a total team effort.
All right, guys, thanks a lot for your time today. Congratulations, and we will be joined by our winning team in